This package comes from Esslinger. Let's see what we got. I'll show you the invoice afterwards so you can see what the cost was. I got a promotional Esslinger mouse pad, called a mouse pad, work pad, and this is kind of nice. So here's the first thing we got, and I just noticed, look at all these Esslinger logos. Watchmaker Pithwood buttons, and these are little pieces of wood, Pithwood, so it is like soft wood. They describe it as great for cleaning tips of watch tools, for holding small parts, but it's very, very soft. It's like, this is lighter than balsa wood, and you can poke your pivots into the wood to clean them, and you can use this, stick things into it to stand it up. You know what this feels like? It feels like styrofoam, like really light styrofoam, but it's pithwood, and it probably will absorb some oil coming off of things. So there you go, Watchmaker's Pithwood. Okay, hey, you know what this is? This is the tweezer episode. So I got a bunch of different tweezers, and you'll see the name Dumont on a bunch of these. And I'll open them up, and I'll show you what they are and how they're different. And it does not say Dumont on the last one. It actually says Horotec. So let's go through these. First set of tweezers, number 7. These are stainless steel, anti-magnetic. When I started watchmaking, I had a pair of curved tweezers, and I liked them. I really liked them, but they were a cheap pair, and because it required quite a bit of force to pinch them, and because they weren't highly precision, I sent a bunch of parts flying. So what I like about the curved, what I liked about using the curved back then, and I'm hoping to get the same thing here, is, for instance, when you're removing a screw, you can slide these under, and the screw will sort of nestle in the curve. The other thing that I'm looking forward to is when I'm working on the microscope. Sometimes when I'm working with straight tweezers, I feel like my hand, here I'll just simulate to the overhead camera, I feel like my hand is blocking the tweezers when you're working straight down. And with the curved tweezers, if I need that top-down approach, it lets me approach with the points of the tweezers top down, but again keeping my hand off to the side. So these are Dumont, Swiss-made, and these are number 7 anti-magnetic 04, and the model number is 034-7-PO. So these tweezers I also purchased with the intention of being able to have a different approach. These are also Dumont's, anti-magnetic 04. These are 5A, which is the same series as these, it's just a different shape. So I'll show these to you. So there's the profile, and these are angled. It's still a straight tweezer, but it gives you a little bit more of that angle on what you're working on. And these are very, very fine needle nose. They require very little effort to close. Enough effort there that you have some feedback, but these are very precision. And I'm thinking that they will be good. Oh, I was able to pick up that little piece of dirt. So these will be good just to allow me a slightly different angle, and perhaps just a little bit more vision on the workpiece. So again, just an alternate. I haven't had this style, but I wanted to give it a try. Next, these are brass. These are also Dumont tweezers. These are labeled 1AM. I guess they were up late. No, yes, that's the model. Dumont 1AM. These are brass tweezers. And I have a pair of brass tweezers, and these are inexpensive brass tweezers. And I've sharpened them and honed them, and they're okay. But I think I've also dropped them, and they're just kind of a mess. So I treated myself to a set of Dumont brass tweezers. We'll put those back. And why brass tweezers? Well, brass is a softer metal than steel. So with many parts inside a watch being made of brass, using these steel tweezers, you run the risk of scratching those parts. So the brass tweezers, simply it's a softer metal, a more gentle metal when you're working with other brass parts. So I got a good pair for that reason. Like I said, the other pair worked, and I used it, and it was indeed more gentle, but they just weren't great quality. These just look really nice before I even try tweezing with them or take off the tip. The finish is beautiful. It's like a satin matte. I think you can see that. I'll try to reflect that to the top camera. Yeah, that's just beautiful. It feels like silk. Whereas this set, if I put them side by side, this one's quite grainy and just kind of rough. First impressions. I tell you that they feel heavy in the hand. And I don't mean heavy like I'm going to get tired using them. I mean heavy like using a heavier tool can make you more steady. I like this. Yeah, I really do. And again, these are fairly needle nose, not quite as fine as these, but still fairly precision. So I could come in here and certainly remove small screws and wheels, parts that I want to be gentle with. So there's the brass tweezers. And then the last tweezer in the bunch is it's a Horotec branded tweezer, and these have Delrin tips. Delrin is a synthetic. It's like a plastic that won't scratch. When I think of Delrin, I think of like cutting boards. I believe it's a dense plastic that is very resistant to solvents and wear and tear. And the goal here is I want something soft. I want something, if I'm removing a dial, I want something that I could pick up that dial or a date ring and not worry about scratching it. The model number, if you're wondering, MSA 12.722. It says non-magnetique Horotec, Swiss made. And these are aluminum. So, gosh, these feel half the weight of these, or maybe even less than half. These are so lightweight. Yeah, these feel great. Okay, so what do we want to do here? So let's try these Delrin Horotec tweezers first. That was interesting. That was almost as if it was magnetic. Static electricity? Well, I do feel like I have a good amount of control. The tips are precision enough that I can grab the screw by the tip or turn it around, grab it by the head. So that's fine. And I think that picking up a robust part like this, no problem. So if I squeeze too hard, did you see that? It shot out. So there definitely is some flexibility in those tips, and that's to be understood. So these are tweezers made for being gentle, for not squeezing hard on a part, because as you saw, those tips flexed and that part jumped away. Brass tweezers. Brass is not a magnetic metal. So let's see. Of course, the Delrin isn't either. So there may simply be... Can I pick it up? Oh, there we go. That's a good test. So I have the control to be able to pick up that screw end to end. Hey, here's an idea. So I just did a video about this video light. Let's see, will this... Look at that. That's pretty good. I am very comfortable right out of the gate with these brass tweezers. Nice. These have the strength to pick up and move heavier parts. So can I grab it by the head? Yes. We grab it there, we put it here. You can vary your angle without having to change your hand position. It looks like, oh, I don't know, 5 or 10 degrees of slant coming off these tweezers. And again, these are very fine needle nose tweezers. They have the strength to pick up a heavy object, no problem, but they also have the dexterity. These right away feel a little bit more heavy duty. I have no problem with dexterity. I can grab the screw right by the edges of the head, and that's fine. And there we go. Pick it up by the threaded shaft, no problem. And also no problem, got the strength here. And I have grip, you know, right up to the apex of that curve. I can pick up a larger object. Very nice. Okay, put away the parts. So what I found myself just doing was the screw is sort of pointing toward me, and I wanted to approach it differently. What's nice is just by turning these, you can get a different approach. So if you want to come perpendicular to your part, you don't have to do any hand acrobatics. I went to pick this up, I would have had to pull my hand this way, which is a little unnatural, and it's in the shadow there. But instead you just turn it around, and now you have that nice underhand basket grip to pick up the part. Okay, final thing for me to do is just rate these. And you know what, I'm going to put my other favorite tweezers out here. I have 2 pair that I use all the time. Also Dumont, and this might be A1 maybe? A1. Nice heavy duty tweezers. They have a nice tip that comes together very squarely. They have squared shoulders. They're easy to squeeze together, and they're very sturdy. And then these tweezers, Dumont Beauty, and these are labeled OC9, or maybe it's 0C9, and these are tiny. These are little diminutive tweezers. They look brass, but they're not. This is gold-plated stainless steel. And I just love these are my go-to tweezers for moving almost all small things around, and you can see how much smaller they are than these other tweezers. So let's put these in order as far as how hard or how robust they are. You know, first I'll say these have a feather touch. Now they give you a little bit resistance right here. Close about right there is where you start feeling the resistance. And you can kind of bear down on these without them, you know, getting crazy or sending parts flying. Yeah, these are heavy. We're going to put that over there. In terms of weight, these are pretty easy. I expect these to be almost identical, but no, actually these close easier than the curved tip ones. Brass tweezers, very, very easy. Look at that. So yeah, these are actually more delicate here than the curved tip tweezers. And wow, what a light touch these take. Very light touch. I'm just going to leave these off to the side because this is a specialty tweezer. So I would say left to right this way, heavy, light, with these being specialized. Pithwood buttons, $5.20 US dollars. The Dumont 5A tweezer, $28.95. The same thing for the Dumont number 7 tweezer. I paid $42.95 US for the brass tweezers. I think that's the most I've paid for any pair of tweezer. The Horotec aluminum tweezers with the Delrin tips, $29.95. Esslinger, I'm going to tag you. Call me. We could work together. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm Mike. The channel is Watch with Mike. I do want to thank my viewers, the subscribers, and the people who are commenting, because actually this was inspired by several comments. People asked me what tweezers I'm using, and also asked me if I've ever used, for instance, the curved tweezers. I used to use curved tweezers, and oh wait, I think I didn't use curved tweezers. I think I used bent tip tweezers. I really liked that it gave like a different approach. Same thing with these. If you're trying to get under something, rather than be awkward with your hand or try to reach around, you just turn around the tweezers, and that completely changes your angle. What was I saying before? Yes, thank you to the people that are commenting and asking questions, challenging me, giving me ideas, sending me on a shopping spree. Thanks. It's awesome. You're awesome. I appreciate it. I'm Mike. The channel's Watch with Mike. If you like this kind of content, give it the old thumbs up. I look forward to our next time together. Bye-bye. I'm looking for my first set of tweezers. Hold on, wait. Where did it go? Drawer. It came in like a roll-up black fabric, like roll-up. Have you seen them? If you've seen them, please comment below, because starting to look the same place twice. I'm measuring the accuracy of rulers on mouse pads. Oh my, do we have battery failure? 2032. There we go, 2032. Oh, look at that. So this one isn't in a package. I know it's probably good because it has the do not diaper your baby logo on it. Oh, wait, does it have, it has text. As long as you're seeing all my behind the scenes, I've got a different set of glasses for every occasion. Bifocals. And you know why I have these bifocals? I'll tell you. I'm looking this far away, which is the perfect zone for the bifocal, looking at my monitor, which is even further than I'm reaching right here. So the monitor is about 4 feet away from me. Bifocal lets me see 6 inches away from me, and it's just pretty much constant. Watchmaking cameras, watchmaking cameras. Bifocals, much better than when I was using progressives. What were we even doing? Oh my gosh, I'm so all over the place. Let's remove the baby warning. All right, let's test this cell just to make sure that this one has got the juice. New battery goes into the little slider. If you're still watching, thank you so much. Let's put this on inch. 2.97. That's not bad for a mouse pad. Let's just do 5 inches on the rule. That's not bad. And millimeters. We'll just set it to 40. Pretty good. 4 centimeters. Thank you for indulging me.